Think meditation is hard? Do me a favor. Take a slow, deep breath in, and now breathe out. Congratulations. You just meditated. Hi, I'm Krystal Jakosky, and this is Breathe In, Breathe Out, a weekly mindfulness and meditation podcast for anyone ready to own their own shit and find a little peace while doing it. Welcome back to Breathe In, Breathe Out. I'm Krystal Jakosky, and I'm sharing. I'm just here. I'm sharing. Today I wanted to talk with you and just tell you about some lessons I learned when I went to the TEDWomen's conference back in December, because I really had to get out of my comfort zone for that. I'm a bit of an introvert and I need my sidekick, because my sidekick makes me feel like, okay, at least somebody knows that I'm cool. Somebody knows that I have value and worth. And I mean, I have self-esteem, I have self-confidence. And yet there are absolutely, I think every one of us in life has these moments where we're a little bit insecure and we're not really ready for whatever is coming. And we just need that extra boost of somebody else saying, yeah, you totally got this. I went to TED, and I'll tell you, the first night they had they had sessions and then they had dinner, and I was so nervous and so tired because I had been going so hard and fast leading up to it. And that night, before I went to the session, I had a mini breakdown. I just sat in my room and I cried for a minute thinking, gosh, what am I thinking? What am I doing? How am I going to do this? I have to talk with people or I'm going to be eating dinner alone and look like a loner. And then I pulled up my big girl panties and I said, nope, I'm doing this. And I got out there. So today I want to share with you 5 TED takeaways, things that I learned and thought were really, really cool while I was there at this TEDWomen's conference. So number 1, it is perfectly okay to be nervous. It is perfectly okay to be scared and uncertain and insecure. It happened a couple of times. A really cool thing. A presenter would get up on stage, and the first time it happened, this one gal, she gets on stage and she says, I just have to tell you that I'm really nervous. And everybody just starts applauding. There was this encouragement and love and support coming from everybody saying, it's okay. You've totally got this. And the way that we could give her a hug, the way that we could give her support was literally, let's just applaud a little bit. And another presenter, in the middle of her talk, she just lost track of what she was saying. All of a sudden, she went blank. And she just looked around and she said, I'm sorry, I just went blank. Give me a second. And everyone again just applauded and said, it's okay. It's not a big deal. We're going to support and encourage you. It relieved the stress and it opened up the flow of her thinking again. And she was able to pick up and move forward. And it was a beautiful talk. It was absolutely fantastic. And I loved it. I really loved the support that was there. Just being there, I was so nervous. And yet I met other women who were just as nervous, and we all connected in the naturalness of being nervous. So you translate that to life, right? It's okay to be nervous. Taking on a new thing at work, meeting a new person, trying something for the first time. How do you deal with a kid's meltdown? It's perfectly fine to be nervous. Acknowledge it and say, hey, having a little bit of a hard time. And guess what? You'll feel better just admitting that you're nervous, and you'll be able to move through whatever it is that you're facing. It's a beautiful, fantastic little trick. The second takeaway I had from TED is a sidekick is nice, and yet it's not necessary. And sometimes it's actually better not to have one. Let me explain. I know I can do things alone, literally alone. In fact, I really enjoy the quiet, alone opportunities. I get to do whatever I want, no one around. I'm the only opinion to take into account as to whether or not I'm tackling shoulds or wants or not a damn thing at all. I get to eat what I want or not eat what I want because I just like that. I get to do my own thing. So aloneness can be absolutely fantastic and wonderful. And then there are the times that you really want a sidekick. You really want somebody else there. Whether it's companionship or you're going out and meeting new people, you're going to a conference, you're going to a work function, you're going to a family party, and you just want that other person. It can be absolutely beneficial and helpful. And yet, if I had had that sidekick at TEDWomen, I'm not sure I would have met the people that I met, because me and my sidekick would have just hung out on the side and done our own little thing and talked about the things that were going on. So instead of meeting new people and talking about fantastic, wonderful, world-changing ideas, I would have missed out. So I'm glad I didn't have a sidekick. I'm glad that I was pushed out of my comfort zone. That's pretty awesome. And yet, like I said, sometimes it's nice to have one. Number 3, ideas to change the world begin with a single personal experience. Big or small, these experiences cause a spark, and that spark gets fanned into a flame, a passion. Spreading this idea can happen in big and small ways. The important thing is spreading it, talking to people, whether it's one-on-one, businesses, small groups, and large. The more people you talk to, the more that can share the spark. We have these fantastic ideas, and we really want to share them because we sincerely and truly believe in how it could help others. If you hide it inside, how does it grow? And how does it transform those lives? Your experience, your knowledge, your gift as a human being has the ability to spark change. And it's all in where you go from there and what you decide to do with it. Number 4, and this was more a reminder than a lesson. Even important people are still human. They still put their pants on one leg at a time. This is something I know, and yet I can forget it too. I had a total fangirl moment. At dinner, I sat with a few women, and one of the next day's presenters came by to say hi. As we were gabbing and laughing, I fell in love with her and the message that she had and who she is, what she's about. I just was like, oh my gosh. And she expressed concern about the next day and stage fright, which literally said, oh my gosh, she's normal too. Like, she may be this person that I'm totally fangirling over and just drooling. And yet she has fears. She has uncertainties. She has inadequacies. She has challenges. And she puts on her pants one leg at a time, just like I do. We're all human. It doesn't matter how big we get. We all still need that human connection, that love and support. That means we're all alike. Stay humble. Be grounded and kind. I was really grateful for that reminder. The reminder that everyone faces challenges as they go through life, no matter where you're at. And number 5, the 5th takeaway from my TEDWomen's experience is that one day I want to give a TED Talk. Going to this conference, I watched how people connected with the audience and brought them along a journey. They inspired, they encouraged, they presented solutions. Before I went, I thought that is too lofty of a goal. Who are you to think that you could be on that stage? And now, I could totally do that. I could totally be on that stage. I'm worth it. I have great ideas. I have the ability to change the world and spark that fire and that flame. My gift is something people would want to receive too. So I don't have to play small and I don't have to be scared, even though it's okay to be scared. One day, I want to give a TED Talk too. 5 takeaways. It's perfectly fine to be nervous in life, in whatever you're doing. Number 2, a sidekick is nice, not necessary, and sometimes it's actually better not to have one. Number 3, ideas to change the world begin with a single personal experience. that you can then share. Number 4, even important famous people put their pants on one leg at a time. We all have challenges and hurdles. We're all human. And number 5, what do you want to share with the world? If you could give a TED Talk, if you had something you wanted to let people know, what would it be? Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for listening to me while I shared just some inspirations and takeaways that I received at TED Talks. And I just hope you have a fantastic day. I look forward to being here again with you next time on Breathe In, Breathe Out. I hope this moment of self-care and healing brought you some hope and peace. I'm Krystal Jakosky on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and I hope you check us out and follow along for more content coming soon. I look forward to being with you again here on Breathe In, Breathe Out. Until next time, take care.